Hello, gamer. An amazing thought occurred to me while I was staring at Urianje's character model, so I will share that soon. Let me just switch over to the live stream. You see that fabric? Like here? Usually astrologians don't have that. It's like open. That's his binder, bro. Congrats. On feeling comfortable enough to come out of your hoodies, Urianje. Because he was usually all covered up, and now he's in the fairy kingdom. He feels more like he can show himself off. I am not just imagining those parallels. Alright, back to Dark Knight. Good for him, indeed. Alright, well, let's jump right into it to have a little party in Don Meg. Alright. Well, we have Urianje as the astrologian, Minfilia as the Oracle of Light, which is just a reflavored rogue, because she learned that from Thancred, and Alize as a red mage, and Dorche is tank. Let's go! Oh no, I turned on skip cutscene, fuck! Hold on. Because I was farming in the thing. Hold on, I have to leave. Let's try it out again. I knew I was forgetting something. Extremely important. But important enough that I still wanted to show you. Look at that, it's so beautiful. I love the music here. It's giving very Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Don't forget. Stop attacking that one. This one, please. And depending on how quickly we finish Shadowbringers, we might actually have to, like, take a breaky from the main story of Final Fantasy for a while, because it's gonna be a little bit of time before 6.1 comes out. So, but I don't know what I'm gonna do for that yet, because I do have a character that is almost finished with Shadowbringers, but also I kind of don't want to play as anyone else other than Guache. So I think I will just, if we finish everything in Shadowbringers before that patch comes out, I guess we'll just do some other stuff, maybe do some more job quests. That's always good fun. I don't know if I want to subject myself to the Eden Raid series. Which is post Shadowbringers. But we'll see, we'll see. Forgetting about half my abilities. Maybe that will be a problem in the trial. Maybe not. And if it's going to be a problem, I'm just gonna do what I did for in Heaven's Word and just switch to White Mage for the trials. Fuck it. But I'm sure it will be fine.
I'll show you.
Oh baby, a triple. But since I have 2 weeks off, I was thinking of, like, I don't want to do streams every day, but I was thinking of maybe doing, like, during the week, one every 2 days, so it would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for these coming 2 weeks. Just so we can make a little bit of headway in Shadowbringers. I think that will be nice. And so I give myself plenty of time to still play Elden Ring. I mean, if a different day works better for you, then I would be totally fine with switching up my schedule. I could do like 2 streams back to back. That would be no worry at all, especially because I don't have to do a lot of reading in these. We can talk about it. so bad at this mechanic, I always just follow the NPCs. Arion J will not lead me astray.
I shall protect you.
Thank you, Arion J. Yes, you will. Alright.
Here we go.
What? Did you just actually use a limit break? Aw, Ophelia, are you becoming more confident with Alize at your side? How cute is that? Save me, Arion J. I'm depending on you. Please die, I've had enough of you. There you go. I'm getting poisoned so much.
Oh God.
Targeting my thing, please. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot. This dungeon, I've run it so many times that when I get in here, I just sort of enter like a meditative state. When I'm like, okay, I can't wait until this is over. Thank you. Enjoy the music at least. Honestly, I've been thinking about when I wanted to play for Endwalker, like what class. Really not sure, like, if it comes out pretty soon and I don't have any other classes at level 90, then I think I'm just gonna go for... Oh, hold on. Hold that, bitch. I'm just gonna go for Monk, which I played before, because... Can you stop? I would like to pull.
I shall protect thee.
Guys, please attack when I'm attacking. I completely lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about what I wanted to play for Endwalker. Currently, I don't have any other class up to level 90. So it kind of depends on whether or not I have any other options to play, because I don't want to have to switch mid-expansion. Just want to do it, like we've been doing it before. But I think Monk is really fun anyway, and we can just do trust in dungeons. And I'm sure there will still be people running enough of the trials that we don't have to wait a super long time for DPSQ.
time not yet come.
On guard.
I shall protect thee.
It's a shame I have my warrior at such a low level, because that would actually be really fun for an Endwalker playthrough, I think.
Take this.
Especially since it's so busted. There we go. I don't need any of this stuff. Ooh, look at that palace! Oh, look. Welcome, welcome to our humble palace. That way, the crown's that way. It was never gonna be that easy, is it? Aw, it's a fake. You'll just have to keep going. Classic fake tricksiness. There's a Kelpie here. Look, Kelpie. Oh, you know what would be cool? I don't actually think there is in the game, but I really want this Kelpie as a mount. That would be so cool.
Now I've got you.
Very fun myth.
I'll show you.
Like you stick to their back once you get on them and then they drown you. Love that. You are also very fun myth. I wonder if you can, like, turn that off somewhere in settings. Like, it doesn't automatically turn your, like, smiley faces into emojis. I think you can do that in Discord, but I'm not sure if you can do it on Twitch.
Not yet come.
Okay, Leanne. I really hate these Naiads. Just the way they twitch makes me think they're yucky.
My time has not yet come.
It's not even that they jiggle when you hit them. They do jiggle when you hit them, but they also twitch. We're almost done. But I love the design of this upcoming boss. It's very fun. Look at that handsome little lad! God, I wish I could look like that. Engthon, Lord of the Lengthsome Gate. Hell yeah.
I shall protect thee.
Every character should look like that. Don't look at that. Don't become a toad. Look at me, Philia, go! Go, go, go!
You underestimate me.
Oh, sweet melody, take phantasmic form. Okay. He's never good at these things. Look at Alizé go! Urianger just jumps across. I love it. Look at Nymphilia just very slowly walking. That's so cute. Oh, he's gonna get a little yucky now. Be prepared. Well. Stop
I'll
puking
show
on
you.
me, I hate you.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Oh, shouldn't have done that.
Oracle, give me strength.
What's going on? I thought it wasn't in your behavior to use limit breaks. I thought Alizé always used them. Showing me to be Boo Boo the Fool. Oh, she's so much self-confidence. I love it.
My time has not yet come.
I leveled up. Woo! Look at Thancred just running up afterwards. Thanks, man. We did all the work. Are you gonna say something to me, please? Is it over? Their mastery over glamours is truly astounding. Thancred, please. Time to collect our prize. Phew, we did it. You got nothing for me, huh? I see how it is. Alright, fun cutscene time.
Wilford! Wilford!
Amazing! Jolly good show.
Oh, you do not hold back. But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes. Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
water forever!
Why don't we just make her one of us? Yes! One of us!
One of us, one of us, one of us! One of us, one of us, one of us! One of us, one of us, one of us!
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Always some shit that happens with Faye.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Art burp.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can. I'm sure you had your reasons, but the first rule of dealing with the Fwath is do not deal with the Fwath. It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them. Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect. That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Ooh. She's worried about her friends in Ishgard. Ugh. Well, that was a refreshing little dip, but gotta get to the shore now. Start swimming faster! I'm going back in. Nay, my lady, exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee, rest a moment. There is nothing where we looked. 'Twas she. Dear gods, were it not for Sorabon's blessing. But I need not labor the point. I'm glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were to wash up on the shore only to find that you weren't there with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Fuat kept that part of the bargain, at least. While there were certain twists and turns, our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for witness. Oh, thank goodness you're still here! Leanne, is something amiss? A great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg. Mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. The Yulmoran army, at a guess. Meaning we can play with them? As much as you like, but just to be sure, I will return with you to confirm their identities. If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. If Alphino is coming, then Alisaie will too, yes? Can't have one without the others, you know. Alright, just remember we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry, I've done this sort of thing before. Indeed you have. Very well then. See you afterwards, my friend. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the two remaining bearers of the relics, the Numo are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Faefolk, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest to men, and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. Past yonder cliff lieth Leanne, home of the Numo. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. The path striketh thee as If the path striketh thee as precipitous, it is because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Verbert. 'Twas only when the Fuath came, in the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the Light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, an entire world. That it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet, in spite of all the tragedy which surrounded me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness in Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus do I labor, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Aha, mortals, just as we thought. Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha! Nothing so boring. We smelled you coming and thought we'd come to play. They do not appear to be the pixies of Leda Loran. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day. Oh, in some haste, are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Hee 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 hee. Teleportation magic. For a mercy, we were not sent far from our course. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fey Cloak, 'tis called, a most ingenious magic which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. Phew! Ha! I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Thank you. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will only serve to give thy presence away. But no, Veronica. Fuck off, witchweed. I don't want to fight you right now. Thancred. I assumed... Whoa. I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? Pixie bullshit. I see. Yes, I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. In other good news, the Numo village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Urianger deigns to join us. Oh, little mushroom village! It's perfect! Oh, the Numo are also so cute. Look at them! Hello. Ah! Mortals! Mortals are here, lots of them! I thought you said the Numo were men's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. 'Twas beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable! Unacceptable, I tell you! To have so many mortals appear at once! It's more excitement than we can bear! Greetings, Elder. We thank Tyranny. It had been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the Numo. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over Ligue? That is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, we Numo have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by the light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. Don't worry, we'll defeat Titania. But then you'll only become another Light Warden. It changes nothing. Honored Elder... Oh god, let's look at this full talk box. Okay. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this woman is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable. A means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, she hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. She is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but she harboureth the selfsame desire to see the Sin-Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Urianger. If you have placed your faith in this woman, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin-Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps. We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Ulmoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee to simply roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightst fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch? You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair, unfair, I tell you. In happier times, it was our honor to assist mortals in need and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Verbert fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Urianger. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here the while and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? Sure. You will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see. Perhaps you can begin with Marn Ose. They are one of our foremost artisans, ones held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Verbert. With the Knights gone, however, Marn Ose has had no opportunity to put their skills to use. They would be overjoyed for your patronage. No. 1182, 1183, 1184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Ah! Who? What? Where? Wait, you're a mortal? Huzzah! Huzzah! Well met. Yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Numo. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, please, please give their legs and your patronage to me. Okay. Among Us? That's the wrong button. Bop. I forget to use my Dark Knight abilities, and then I'm like, why am I doing such shit damage? And then it's like, oh yeah, I need this to boost my damage. Silly. Ugh. It's such a mood. I'm gonna do my best to remember when we do the trial. I'm just hoping I don't have a fellow new tank. I'm hoping they're gonna be main tank. Because then I can just live my best life as a semi-DPS. Ah, you are returned, and with the moss fungus legs, I hope? They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder, used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. 2. Huzzah! 2 moss fungus legs as befits the work. To have neither more nor less expected of us than what we can provide. There's no greater joy. You see, for there to be honor in the task, we must receive precisely what it is worth. Too little means you belittle our ability. Too much means you question our integrity. You have given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment. I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I am pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Here's the coin which you may pay me with when you desire to have work done. Many thanks for your patronage. Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, may I suggest Yuf yonder? Judging from your equipment, 'tis plain you're no stranger to battle. I believe Yuf will have something to offer you. I'm just guessing on these names. My whatever language this is not up to par. To have so many men visit us at once, 'tis a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We would tend to them with magics, except they leave behind a harmful ash. We have no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now, you will be curious as to what I have to offer. I'm a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Okay. Your juiciest items. I think they're like supposed to be, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like maybe Gaelic or like Welsh. Like one of the older languages in the United Kingdom. Because I think that is also what the Pixies speak. Where the fuck is this mushroom? Am I just blind? Yes, I am blind. I love the Nomo, they're so cute. You have already removed the flame spores. How very quick you are. Oh, but did you perchance search by the western entrance as well? I'm told that more have cropped up in that area. Busy work simulator, baby. As you pluck the last of the flame spores, you sense a gaze from the entrance. Hey, Minfilia, you looking? I wasn't spying on you or anything. I've just finished my task and... I should go and report back. My Goyle? Are you perhaps admiring Dwache? Cause she's so cool. Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent. No more poisonous spores. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses, for a little while at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again, it reminds me of the old days. Fair every day, I would carry my wares to the castle to offer in exchange for men's patronage. Back then, the castle wasn't called Leanne. The Verbatites built it, and they named it Grünes Licht. I do know that language. It was their last bastion in the struggle against Sin Eaters. And now they're gone, all of them. Nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I would be glad to offer them to you, for a fitting price, of course. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider a wee lad? They've been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honorable task would cheer them up. What? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The lawless ones took my invisible ink, and without it I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the lawless ones? They are pneumo like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honor they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I will consider it your patronage, and by way of my service, I will make you something very special. Excuse me, Dwache, but I couldn't help overhearing. You mean to undertake this task. Will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you, and help in what little way I can. You're welcome to join. Thank you so much. The lawless ones make their lair to the south, inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. They took many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring as many back as possible. Another daughter road trip! It's bring your kid to work day. want to hunt right now. Got stuff to do. Father Collard's chambers is through here. I peered inside, and sure enough, it was milling with pneumo. They look none too friendly. If Thancred were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up. I'll find all the ink I can and then come back outside. See you shortly, Dweshe. Aww. She's so strong. This is significantly easier if you have a flying mount. You can just fly over all those benches. Veronica being my lifesaver once again. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you for your service. Oh, Minfilia. Hello.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Those pneumo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe too.
I haven't seen much actual combat, so I was a little nervous, but I'm happy I could help. The Minfilias before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army. But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight. Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me. Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minfilia. Once, we journeyed to Nabatha Reng together, to the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence, though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you, because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something or bring you to someone or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Titania Big Mad. Oh.
Why? Why did you imprison us? Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair. Come. Come and play with us.
It came from the castle. This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Nemo.
What are you
I
gonna
will
do?
bear word to Thancred and the others.
Oh, man. That's such a shitty situation for the two of them. Oh, that's a person. Actually, what are you wearing? Ah, just the basic bench outfit, I see. Mercy, your majesty, we had no choice. Please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Haha, yes, this is the ink, and almost all of it too. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse, but thanks to you, it's simply bad again. Okay. What? You had the vision too? Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a sin-eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in the desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I will give you the service as I promised. Ahem, nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well. Ah, there's nothing like honorable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that Elder Weedank returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they'll have tidings for you. That's so funny. My day went from bad to worse, but now it's bad, just bad again. What a mood. Ah, there you are. I'm informed that you've been an excellent patron to our people. For that you have my thanks. Now then, you will be pleased to hear that we've come to a decision regarding the scepter. If you would gather your companions, I will deliver our answer. Before I begin, please allow me to express my gratitude for your kind patronage. Having been deprived of purpose for so long, our people are overjoyed at being able to serve again. Stop yawning. But on to the matter of the stone scepter. During our deliberations, we were forced to concede that we will never have the power to deal with our fallen monarch. We can release Titania neither from the castle nor from torment. In light of this, we have decided to entrust their fate to you. Take it, the stone scepter of the Numo. This makes 3 relics. One more and we can arrange a meeting with the warden. Ere you continue your quest, allow me to enlighten you as regards your foe. Know that Titania is not a name, but a title bestowed upon one chosen to lead the pixies by the grace of nature. This leader, upon Ilmeg's founding, arose as ruler of all Fey folk to bring order to our riotous kind. In our turn, we Fey folk render our blessing unto nature, unto water, wood, and wind, that our king might be further empowered. Though they are become a sin-eater, their power remains unchanged. When you face them, be prepared to face the full fury of nature. Oh dear, is there anything else that we should know? Anything else? Only that if you feel unready for the challenge, and none here would blame you for it, you are welcome to remain among us a while longer. After all, I myself have yet to enjoy your patronage, and who knows when I will next have the chance. We would see that you were comfortable, of course, and do all in our power to make you feel at home. Oi! Honestly, I look away for one moment and every fairy and their nuncle tries to steal my sapling from me. This is my sapling. Mine, do you hear? Not yours and not to fool us. And anyone who so much as thinks about trying to seduce her will wish they hadn't. Sorry I keep cheating on you, Feo. The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought in crystal. They are held in the Amaro safekeeping at their settlement, Wolegdorf. It beareth mentioning that these Amaro are unlike those which thou hast heretofore encountered. Owing to a peculiarity of evolution, they are capable of speech, and thus we might negotiate with them as we have the Fey folk. Though it saddens us to see you leave, we wish you well on your way. When you arrive in Wolegdorf, seek out the largest of the Amaro. His name is Seto, and he is their leader and bearer of the relic. Peep, 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 peep. Hey, big boy. An enormous Amaro slumbers peacefully. Sito. Artbert? Forgive me. I was having a dream. Seldom do men visit us. What brings you to our village? Did I hear you all right? You desire the crystal shoes that you may confront the Light Warden? No, you mustn't think such thoughts. Even if you are indeed immune to the Light's corruption, as you claim, vanquishing the king will bring you naught but sorrow. Forget this folly. Return whence you came. While we appreciate your concern, we have no choice in the matter. Will you not reconsider? Come, my friends, let us leave him with his thoughts. It's harder by far to change the minds of they who mean well than they who mean ill. Forgive me, but I'm not sure I understand. And little wonder, 'tis the first time thou hast set foot here. 'Twould behoove you all to learn something of the nature of this community, I think, and there is no surer way than to speak with its members. In such wise, you will come to understand Seto's reasoning for refusing us, and, I hope, gain an insight into how he may yet be persuaded. So I bid ye seek out the Amaro and make yourselves known unto them. A gentle touch shall suffice by way of a greeting. No punching. Tancred. You'll have to pet them. They're so cute. How long has it been since I last felt man's touch? I cannot help but be reminded of my master's hand. He was a knight of Verbert, a noble and valiant soul. But like so many others, he died fighting the Sin-Eaters. Though he is long departed, I remain in this land out of respect for his memory. That tickles. Enough. I never had a master. I'm not accustomed to it. Not that I dislike your kind, you understand. On the contrary, we Amaro were bred to be fond of men. In the beginning, we were all of us mindless beasts, but then a mage of Ronka gave us the gift of intelligence, that we might better serve our masters. After that empire fell, those with the gift eventually died out. On rare occasions, however, we are born with the seed of our ancestors in us. If we live long enough amongst men, this seed may quicken, restoring the power of speech to us amongst other things. So it was with me, though I never had a master, as I told you. What's happening? Why am I being patted? It's wonderful. Seldom do we have the chance to enjoy the attentions of man. Your kind are loath to come here for fear of the Fey folk. But then we are Fey folk too. When first we made our home here, we swore an oath to the Fairy King, you see? 'Tis easy to forget sometimes. Urianger. Thou hast peered into the hearts of the Amara, I take it? Then thou canst not choose but see the intense and abiding love they bear for men. It is out of concern for our welfare, and not scorn, that Seto seeketh to dissuade us from confronting their king. Yet confront their king we must, and to that end we must needs have the crystal shoes. Shame, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Seto in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worrieth most. Tell him of thy many great deeds. Spoken in earnest, thy words may yet move him to change his mind. Alright, no worries. You have spoken with my brethren. Then you see it is not out of scorn that I deny you the relic. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die. Not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on us even once fills our heart with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. This is something I must do. What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? This land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Fae folk to change. And in order to obtain the other relics, you will already have paid the due price. Not more is owed. Why would you risk all to face our fallen king? To save the world. What did you say? The very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Sin Eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you are well prepared, then meet me in the clearing to the east. There I will lure out the fiends, that you may slay them. Okay, Seto. Let's go. Sin Eater killing time. I will use my voice to lure out the Sin Eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. A feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the tricks. But come, we begin at your signal. Ready then? Very well. Did that prove anything? You made short work of those creatures, I will not deny it. I've seen enough. Let us return to Wolleckdorf. By the ease with which you slew those senators, I see that you are capable. However, I still require time to think, and if you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. Okay. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please hear my tale. A while ago, I fought sin-eaters who had wandered into Ilmag. In the heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession, a medallion. Of all the places it should fall, it was Longmire Lake. We Amaro are not fond of water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. I briefly entertained the thought of turning to the Fuath, but they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I had despaired of retrieving my treasure, but having seen what you are capable of, perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go and search for my medallion? If it should elude you, if it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. Of course we'll find your medallion. Splish. I still remember where it was. Can't remember my rotation, but I can remember where this item is. Ain't that always the way of things? I did, like, play through Shadowbringers relatively recently, because, like I said, I have another character who is at Shadowbringers. So maybe that's why it's sticking in my mind more. Hello, hello? I know, right? Such nice music as well. Ah, you are returned. How fared your search? Well, here you go.
Ah, my medallion! You found it!
Oh, it's such a cute voice.
Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul. He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak, but we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories. This medallion he found during an adventure, fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy. His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
Ardbert, thou sayest.
Everyone blamed him for the flood, him and his comrades. Some few who spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear, and so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place. Ardbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
I'm sure Ardbert knows how you feel. Ooh.
You remind me of him. Your kindness. When we Amaro were created, we were granted the ability to perceive souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But due, perhaps, to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely. It is reminiscent of Ardbert's. Strikingly so. Of course, you are you and no one else. We are defined not by the soul we are born with, but the path we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic. It is yours.
Thank you.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
Has something happened at Lida Loran?
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Il Meg. At first, they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks seemed to work on him, which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Ranjit. If he manages to find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught. As thou sayest. Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers. Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success.
So the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
No, Minfilia. You'll only get on the foot. Now come.
Come on, man. Give her a chance.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
Oh boy. Forgive me. It seems my indecision has cost you precious time. But I am convinced now. Convinced that you will triumph. To the south you will find the bridge to the Leanne, or however it's pronounced, I don't remember. As the bearer of the 4 relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. Leanne? Let's hope and pray we get good teammates. The gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken. All that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania, a being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle, but if anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it is you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. Though we Fae folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as much as is taken, to create as much as is destroyed, to give as much as is received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not. Come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. I'm so nervous! Okay, let's go. It's time for the first trial. Who are you? Are you a healer? Oh, white mage. Ugh. Hey, look, this is gonna be me in a couple of seconds. Dead on the floor. Blech. With a sheepy beside me. Okay, here we go. I can do this. At least we'll get to enjoy the music. Who goes there? Are you the ones who broke the seal? Light Warden Titania. Ah, so much time lost, so much frolicking and feasting left undone. We must make up for it. We must. Beginning by playing with you. Oh. Please, are you offering to be main tank?
Come and play.
Thanks.
For the night is bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
Yep. Get in. Oh my god, we have all mentors and veterans. Fuck yeah, brother. That's it. That is why you turned the party away. That means get in the fucking circle.
When you play with fire.
Get in, get in, get in.
We're sick of this cramped old castle. Let's play in the forest.
Yes! Oh, look at this! So glad I'm not main tank. Going to the middle. Okay. Okay. Which one are we going after first? Come here, come here, come here! Uh-oh. The healers are dead. No! Take it somewhere else! Please! Uh-oh. LB? Maybe? Oh my god, fucking kill it. Come on, if we get it. Oh my god, we're not gonna get it. Uh-oh. 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 Yes! Oh yes! We did it! Okay. Okay. Please heal us up to full. We're gonna die. Oh!
This is so much fun. Let's play some more.
Go here. I fucked up. Oh shit! I almost caused a wipe. I forgot I had to tank one of the boys. That was my bad. You did it.
We can play no more.
Ooh. There we go. Look at the night sky. It looks so much more beautiful like this. Yeah, I got no comments. That was deserved. I forgot. But we lived, so it's cool. Hello.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak.
Thank you.
The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place. However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do. My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead. Kinla, Ilichla, Ilmeg, Okbra. Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
Thank you, Feo.
Confound it! How did they get here so fast?
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
How in the seven hells?
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to your maw. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
Alice said, "God dang it."
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
Look, the sky.
She's done it. The Warrior of Darkness has triumphed.
General? What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the Warrior of Darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf? I said...
Axla Orwain! Axla Orwain!
What? What's happening? Water? That wasn't there before.
What, Tar?
Ah!
Orwaik ansasi, Orwaik kinsi.
Help me!
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it!
Here they come.
General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with the Warrior of Darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
Run, run, run.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feaul volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wish to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength, in return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
Thank you. I'll be sad to lose you.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side. Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would your Isnefis.
Ah, I love that. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe, yet the majesty of thine achievement delighted me nonetheless. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th umbral calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the Fey folk put the Yulmorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. Ah, but what valuable allies they may prove, were the mood only to take them. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fey folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yulmar's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for us all when I say that I've had a belly full of Ilmeg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. You say so, Thancred. Let's teleport, let's be lazy. Let's go. Ooh, I think there's gonna be a very fun cutscene coming up. Right, no mounts. I'm silly.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
Yes. Ylmor was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Oh. Who's this guy?
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity, I am Emmett Selk, Ascian.
Coming right out the gate with that one, buddy.
Gaia spoke of you. A native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
Cloudy.
Oh, it is truly, deeply... infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining? Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all. Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters!
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Okay, Emmett Silk. Love that bitch. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Dwache. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Evil. Thank you. Bless this mess. Let's go to sleep, aka Artbird talkie time. Ah, welcome back, miss. We've been expecting you. You'll find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Yes? Very good, miss. I bid you a pleasant evening. It's the middle of the day. Ooh, sandwiches. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So many. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the Flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmet Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the Flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmet Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Tell me about Seto.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Sleeping in full armor again. Was she too exhausted? She ate all of that? That was like 14 sandwiches. Well, she had a busy day, I guess. Yeah, she burned too much energy. She had to put on some more carbs. Good morning to you, miss. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asked that you reconvene with them at your earliest convenience. Let's go, let's go.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
You again?
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe.
Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity.
Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
I like fighting.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Bye.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
A colonel, perhaps.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amareng, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amareng in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
She's big
You
man.
have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
It would be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
We're going to see Y'shtola. Woo! Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within the hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey on to Fort Job, that we might secure this relic. Let's go. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testaments to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin-Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. I love Urianje's story time. Even though it's sometimes so hard to read. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the halls from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times did Yulmer make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labour to learn all she may of the Blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us there, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Don't mind if I do. Gotta search for it. And I'm pretty sure I remember... Yeah, it's over there. Located the tablet. Target spotted. Right there. Within the altar, thou sayest? Naught escapeth thine eyes, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Let's go. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the Blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and, in rare cases, masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the great wood's border. Yeah, so that's why in the trailer, Urianger called Y'shtola Master Matoya. It's because she has been using that name. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course. Right this way. Lahi!
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Raktika Greatwood.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
You again.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples.
Okay.
All for the glory of Garlemald.
Sir?
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Thancred said, "Shut the fuck up." "'Tis plain our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin Eater shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the Blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in doing so. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps, to Fort Goan. It's the eternal bitching between Thancred and Emmett Selk is just so funny. They hate each other so much. Alright. Cutscene time.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now, surround them!
Sorry.
These Senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
God, this fucking option. Kupo? Ugh. Please, we're not Sin Eaters. That's exactly what a Sin Eater would say.
Perhaps they speak the truth.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade. Good luck.
Bye.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runar, report.
Master Matoya!
Y'shtola!
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
Nice to see you too, Master Matoya.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
She really is. I love you. I'm never gonna stop loving you. Lahi? Yeah. Even though it's in the middle of a mission, I think this is where we're gonna call it for tonight. Since it is time and we have done a lot today. Gonna save Lahi. I love it. This song became such a meme. It is a really nice song, but just the first word. Yeah, we could have died, but we didn't, so I think that's a point towards me, but I did forget to tank. So, that's fine though. I'm still getting used to it. I have plenty of time before the next trial, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we didn't die. And the next trial's supposed to be pretty fun, but I've only done it once, so I might practice a little bit. Yeah, good stream. Let's go to the stream ending screen. So yeah, next stream's gonna be on Wednesday, and then we can have a little talky about when would be most convenient for you to be able to watch live. But if you say like, oh no, Friday's fine, just go on ahead, then that would be fine as well. But I think, I don't know, I always say I don't mind if like I have to do the stream, but I think it's always most fun if you're there. But that's not to like put any pressure on you or anything. Well, we'll have a little talky about it. Alright, well, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, goodbye!